in light of the recent current controversy concerning my son and his mission about the school and the money that he's collected. This is not being done because someone has shamed me into it, like a couple of people on YouTube, namely Afro Spengali and Len and Anna, I believe their names are, who have totally disrespected me in light of the controversy that's going on. But I'm making this because I've voiced my displeasure with what my son has said or done in the past that I felt was extremely offensive. And now, as I'm sitting here, I have to be fair balanced in reference to what he's doing now. First, let me say, I do not believe that he is a fraud about the money. I do not believe he has stolen it. I do not believe he scammed people and now he's amassed this little small fortune and he's going to just whiff off somewhere with everybody's money. I don't believe this. Now, I have no proof that that's not true, but I have enough confidence in him despite any of our differences. I have confidence that he has enough moral standing in him not to do something like this. And I hope and I pray that he proves me to be right for myself as well as for all of you who have donated to him. But let me say this as someone who has also donated. I'm not sure why he indicated he would make the last announcement. I thought it was a little premature if he didn't have things in place. But that does not make him a fraud. That does not mean he scammed your money. It does appear to be irresponsible. And that's the only thing I can charge him with is being irresponsible in posting something like that that he couldn't fulfill. And because it has happened repeatedly, it makes sense that people should be offended, disgusted, and dismayed at the same time. I think that you need to put your eye on the prize, which is the school, and hopefully the school will come to be. But I do definitely believe he needs to be held accountable for all these missteps in reference to the way in which he's presenting to people what he's going to deliver, when he's going to deliver it, and how he's going to deliver it. I thought there was a big undertaking. I don't know who he has in his corner. I don't know what kind of staff or support that he has, but I do believe that he means to do what he's going to do. I do believe that the monies that he has collected is for that purpose. And I'm on here because I believe I have an obligation, not just as his father, but just as a person, as a black person, and as a person who wants the best for black people. Since everybody's aspiring to try to do what we can for our youth, I'm sure that this thing here has negative impact on our youth and the parents who actually were anticipating its happening. And like I said, I do believe it's going to happen. I'm not going to sit here and say that my son is a fraud. I'm not going to sit here and say that he scammed anybody. I'm going to reiterate that. Again, I do think that he needs to be held accountable for causing people to anticipate something just to be let down in reference to his announcements. That's it, the announcements. And y'all and everybody should hold him accountable as I do. I think it was totally inappropriate, totally unprofessional, and totally irresponsible. That's it, the announcements. Not the money, not the school. And despite the fact that so many people believe he won't do the school, that he has ripped people off, I think he needs to come on out and say something. Now, people always, get on me about why am I speaking about my son? Why not just let him do his thing? He's old enough to handle his business. I agree, he is. But I, as a donator, I, as a black person, I, as an elder, I do think that we have a responsibility to speak out when people start doing our people wrong or when it's misinterpreted as doing our people wrong. I don't think he's trying to do any wrong with this. I just don't understand what his technique is when it comes to keeping people aware and abreast about the transparency of this project. I have no clue. I'm baffled, frankly. And this recording may be interpreted by him wrongly. He may feel that I should have shut up and not said anything. And he has a right to feel what he wants, just like you do and anyone else who's listening to me right now. But I just figured I'd sit here right now real quick and say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, I do have confidence he will do the school. I do not believe that he is scamming and that he's a fraud. It hurts me to hear the people, some of these videos I've heard about him, the names he's been called, the things he's alleged to have possibly done that haven't been proven. I mean, I don't care what differences we have. That's still my son. I still love him. I mean, I can love my son and not necessarily be in support of everything he does. I do not support his silence during this time. I don't understand it. He contacted me. I'm in the eye of the storm, even if I don't want to be. There are more things going on in life than him and the way he conducts his business. But this is a very serious issue in this time of financial turmoil, in this time of racial unrest, and in this time of just social upheaval. We don't need any more drama. It's more transparency what the situation is with the school and the money, especially the money. If nothing else,
Well,
you may not interpret
all I can say about this, I just hope he's
you may
more
not interpret
truthful and be
it as
truthful to
protest.
everybody
Just
who
know that
paid the
there
money,
are other people who do.
everybody who donated, everybody who
And I'm
cared
sure
for his
that there's
information, and all
lack of
the well-rounded people that's out there
transparency
that love to hear what he
is
got to
turning a lot
say.
of your supporters
You know, his talks is
to
amongst the
non-supporters.
world. So the whole thing for me,
And you don't need that.
all you got to
If
do,
you're
like your dad
serious
say,
about
is
doing the
just go
story.
ahead on and relate to the
I hear
people.
people put videos out,
Plain
very
and simple.
articulate.
I'm making this video
They speak very
not to
well,
downgrade you.
very smooth.
Everybody's coming up with videos just
Character of
to
my son and myself.
uplift you, really. But you have to uplift
But
the
let's
people
not get one thing twisted.
with the donations that they put in
The mission
and
is
show
over. He
receipts on
isn't
the
finished.
school.
The school
Make
is not
a conscious decision to say, hey,
to be
look,
done with.
I got this, I done this, and I
But
done that.
hold
And
him
it's over.
accountable for making the announcement
Peace out.
that he claimed
Black
he was
bro,
going to make and he didn't make.
peace out,
Hold him
YouTube.
accountable for that.